Should you drop out of college to start your dream business? In today's video, we're going to go over success without a degree and see if this is going to be the best decision that you ever make. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, should you drop out of college to start your dream business? So, who am I? My name is Vaughn Larkin. I am the owner of Burlington Pressure Washing, which is my company, which I dropped out of school for. Now, before we get into this, I want to preface this by saying I do not personally think that you should drop out of school to start a business. The majority of you. There are some people out there that have so much belief in themselves and know that they can do it. I want you to you already know who I'm talking about. You know I'm talking to you. If you are that person that you are so locked, you're like, there's nothing that can stop me, this is a completely different thing that I'm going to tell you. Okay? And stay tuned for the end because that message is going to be for you. Okay? But for the majority of you, I would say that this is not what you should do. You should not drop out. What you should do is start the business in college and then drop out like I did. And the reason why I say that is because starting a business is not as glamorous as it sounds. You're going to be working all day, especially if you want to make good money, like 6 figures in your first year. And if you are partying and drinking and smoking and you expect to be able to do this on top of that and school, you need to figure out like your time management to even get this done, to show yourself that you're disciplined enough to make this happen. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you tell your friends and family, and worst of all, you tell yourself that you're going to drop out of school and do this, and you get out and you don't have anything, you're discouraged, you realize how hard it is, and then you try to head back, maybe you lose your credits, it's a mess. So I started mine in the last 4 months of school, my sophomore year of college. I got it all ready, and then in that summer I started and I went through and I dropped out my junior year to run it year round, okay? I personally would say that if you can get the business running to a point where you have money coming in, that's what you should do. Hey guys, quick break from the video. We're going to get right back to it. I just wanted to tell you, since we're talking about dropping out of college to start a business, I am dropping my How to Start a 6-Figure Service Business course. This is how to make a 6-figure business your very first year inside the industry. I am right on my way to do it. I did $50,000 my first 3 months in this business. I have learned from multimillionaires and everyone in this industry and consumed all of my knowledge and put it into this course for you to learn exactly how to do it so you don't make the same mistakes I do. If that sounds interesting, go down below and the link is my Instagram for right now. I just need you to DM me that you want the course and I'm going to send it over to you. Eventually, it'll be in the link below and you can just buy it there, okay? Have a lovely one, guys. Let's get back to the video. Now, what are the pros and cons of college? I could make a whole cons list on why I think college is a terrible financial idea to do. We'll start with the pros. The pros of college, in my opinion, yes, you do get credibility because you have that degree. What you also get is connections. Did you know that people in fraternities and sororities do the best financially after college because of the connections that they build? Connections in college are the most valuable part of college, in my opinion. Not the degree, and definitely not the money that you're spending to be there, okay? The cons are definitely the debt. If you're at a community college and you're paying less, or you're not in the U.S., definitely think a little bit longer about dropping out. But obviously, I understand, like, staying in there a couple more years, that is years of your life that you're deciding on. So if it's going to help you to get your dream going, think about that. Debt, I think it's wasteful knowledge. I literally could make this whole list go down. But most important thing is debt and time, in my opinion, for college. Now, college is still good. There are still some degrees that pay off and do well. Now, coming back to what this video is about is, should you do it? I think you should start and then drop out. My general rule that my dad did for me, and we made a deal about this because my family is very business oriented, was I'm allowed to drop out when I have a business that makes more than the average salary of my state. My average salary per year here in Vermont is $45,000. Not that much. Realistically, livable salary in this state is close to, I would say, $70,000 to $80,000. But once I hit that in the summer, in the first couple months of my business, I was like, I am not going back to school. I figured out life, like the real game of life, of how to win. And so that is what I would do, is make some deal with yourself. Be like, how much money do I need to make to, maybe it's pay off all of my debt so when I leave college, I'm at least debt free. Maybe it's a set amount of money you have to make per year. Maybe it's like me, you just have to have enough that like you're making more than like the average salary, okay? Maybe you just need it to, maybe you have a 2-year degree and you're almost finishing it, like I want to have something to fall back on. That would be my thing, is make a general rule for yourself. I explained mine. I would make one for yourself so you're not going in blind and you have something to work towards while you're in college, to be like, I finally did it. This is no longer for me, and go on with your life and start with that dream business. Now, the risk to reward ratio. There was a moment, the moment I decided I wouldn't be in college anymore. I talked to a mentor of mine and I asked her, and I was like, I don't want to quit because I don't want that quitting mindset, but I really want this business to do well. I feel like I'm wasting years of my life. What do you think? And what she told me is going to stick with me for the rest of my life. Her name is Jacqueline Elliott. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman. If you know the Elliots or the Elliott Army, you know who I'm talking about. Best sales team in the world, best culture team in the world. But she told me, just have no plan B. Like, if you do this, there's no plan B. And I'm going to say that all for you guys. Yes, you can go back to college, but you're wasting years of your life at that point because you gave up on yourself. If you're going to do this, you need to do it like there is no plan B. Okay? If you drop out of college to a business, you told yourself you can do it. You can't lie to yourself. That's how you lose confidence, okay? That is overall my opinion from someone that owns a soon-to-be 6-figure business my first year. Like, I would start it in college, and don't give the excuse that you have no time. I know, like, you and me are the same. I know what you're going to say. Don't give that excuse. You can make time. You know you can make time. If you really want this to work, I think when I left college, I had a 2.8 GPA. Like, it was definitely dropping down while I was making this thing, but I knew it was going to be big. So yes, there are some sacrifices you're going to have to make this happen, but that's what dreams are for. You know what you need to sacrifice to make this happen. But overall, no, I would not drop out to start the business. Start the business in college and then drop out. That would be my opinion, okay? I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a lovely night, and I'll see you later, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.